Hi, how are you? Hope you're doing well, having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. I have a little bit of an update. I moved back into my Naya paperie. I got this a couple years ago, so it's no longer sold. I really do love it. It's definitely worn looking, and definitely you can see like my fingerprints, kind of like where I hold it, where I was holding it before a whole bunch. Um, but anyway, I thought this was very fall and cozy, so I was like, I'll move back into it for the month. And I didn't do a November setup, so I figured I would do a quick flip through of some updates I made in the planner. So let's go ahead and get in. I just have my like library receipt in here. I like having that so I can check it off because I have 3 kids and we get a lot of books. So just like making sure I have everything together when we need to go take the books back. So I always get the printed receipt. Uh, and then this is the front cover, nothing too fancy, very simple. The cover, I just have some vellum back here so that you can see the Aries bookmark I made. And this was from a dashboard from twinesandpaper. It used to be a freebie if she still has them. And I just printed it on acetate and then I laminated it so it's like nice and sturdy. I did have a ribbon on here, but it came off a while ago. I just have a little Taylor Swift sticker, and I brought back my magnetic pin from my other planner. And it's just a cloth and paper thing. The back always gets in the way, so I just take the back off and take the front of the pin. And this one is from Twines and Paper, it's this plan, and I can stick it to that and it stays. And here I just have some little note thingies. These are freebies. And then I have my planner sizes. That's Crystal Plans freebie. It's handy to have. And then some stickers from Sweet Crest Designs. Just things I always carry and just switch from planner to planner. Same thing with the pockets in here. I did have something else, but now I just have my children's school block schedule. And the hang on, let me fix. Right, sorry, I had my mic attached to my like zip up sweater, and I didn't have it zipped up, so it was like flopping around everywhere. So hopefully you could hear me. But anyway, now we're zipped up and we're good. It's staying put. So front dashboard, I took out my 3 card slot deco dashboard, and I inserted the 3x3 one, and this is from Catspressoco. I have these two from EO Edits, the freebies, and I just thought it all just looked really well together. In the back, I have a planner press card, and this is from Paper Planner Bliss, I believe. It was a freebie a couple years ago. And then I just have this like suede velvet folder from sessavee. Absolutely love it. But mostly it was to cover, like, have some back color to this because it looked kind of weird without it. But I did put my icon stickers behind it. My little kitty pin I moved over here, and this is from Pinky Elephant. The My Little Planner pumpkins, that was in my last, same in front of my task reminders trigger list, same setup there. So I have to always have my triggers list. My contents, this is from Analog Alicia. And then my word of the like month for the whole year. Every month I will close my eyes, pick out a random word, highlight it, and then I have my list here that I make for the words of the year. This little dashboard is like a clear filofax, like it was like a protective sheet, I think. I just put some sticky notes on it so I can mark off the days, and then I just have some other sticky notes, my 2026 system, and then these are like videos, ideas. My inbox is a freebie from EO Edits, and I just stuck some deco on it. Inbox, my reminder sheet, and this is just, it's different from my inbox, so it's just really reminding me of just things like how much money is left on my Easy Pass, when things need to get renewed. If I hear about like a movie or a book or a show coming out and I want to remember it, I just write it down in here. Codes, and when the library books are due and when things are canceled, all that. This is my add to planner insert, my appointment log for the whole family. I just have this sheet in here is a filofax pocket with some deco in it, and my stickers that I use to cross off my months coming up in my monthly overview. So the first section, besides my little inbox, is my calendar section, and I have this that I got from my minimal planner for the end of the year. I made that myself, and then here's where I use those stickers, and this is from Analog Alicia. It's just, you know, yearly overview. And then I have this, which is where I jot down anything that comes up. I'll put it in here, and then when I go to set up my month, my actual month spread, I can look back at this and look at all the dates. So I have this little place bookmark here, and this is from like a really old Franklin Covey planner that I had back in high school. And then important dates, which is just like school dates and Michael's, my husband's, work days, important work days that don't need to go on the calendar. I just kind of put it in here just so I know. This is my calendar, like my actual month and 2 pages. They are from Small Pink Bow. And I use the year at a glance to put down these little stickers. These are Latte the Bunny from Softpaperstudios. And whatever, you know, how I felt that month, I will just use my little emoji sticker, and I think it's so cute and I love it. So I just use little sticky notes to keep place. I have my November here. There wasn't a whole lot anyway, I think. So probably a good thing I didn't do my setup because it would have been a very boring video. But I inserted this. It's a sticky note, like trifold dashboard from Catspressoco. I just needed, I needed a better place to put sticky notes. So I brought that back in. Next is my list section, and I brought back this Latua notes cover that I absolutely love. Every year we got to have it in the planner. And then another trigger list, this dashboard, and this is just covering up my contact section. So I am going to flip past that. Here we have just a little decorative dashboard, my like routine list, and then this is supposed to be like where I was gonna put an actual cleaning planning sheet. So each day I would know, like, on Tuesdays I clean the bathroom. On Thursdays I'm going to change these bed sheets, but I just am all over the place, so I cannot even write it down. I will not follow it. And then I have my order tracker, and then I just updated these 2 sheets. They're both from my minimal planner. This is a treat yourself, so it's like my personal wish list, and then the things to buy is like a house wish list. Not really like necessary to buy, but I would really love to have these new things in our house. And then my no spend is a fold out from papertessdesigns. I think this is from the L's Essentials, L Plans Essentials, and it's undated. It just has all the months of the year, and you write it out yourself or use stickers, whatever. I just circle the days that I don't spend. My gift list I changed. I just used a plain wisecoffeebreak grid insert, and I basically set it up the same way I had before. But it's basically just the gift ideas that come to mind. I can write it down. These are basic gift lists. Section where I just write down where kids eat free, or like percentages off and other things. My bucket list, I was using a My Minimal Planner bucket list, but I wanted to keep it very simple, so I changed it to this, where again, just use a plain insert and just write down things and highlight when I've done it. Next is my video game log, which I've kind of carried over from last year because I still play all the same games. And then my bookish review, that's my minimal planner also. I haven't had that much time to read, so I haven't had enough time to fill in these, but I really love the look of these inserts, so keep them in here. this is a freebie from my minimal planner. It's just a list of like things you can use in your planners or journals and whatever. And then my home section, I really liked adding this in here. This was a freebie from Loveluxe Plan. It's just a simple thing that I just love, you know. That is from the papertessdesigns Hey Planner Girl. I have this in here that came from an old daytimer. Sorry, my dog was barking. But yeah, I just am putting receipts in here that I need to either haven't scanned yet or that I need to update my inventory list on later. You'll see this home maintenance guide. This is where I have like a long list of just the things that we buy constantly, and I mark off like when we actually do buy it so I can just have an idea of like when I'm going to need to buy it. You know, like some things is like every other month, some things are actually monthly, and some things are like every 2 months or so on. And then this is the adulting log, my kitchen inventory list, and my bathroom inventory list. This is where I was saying the receipts I keep track of. So my idea for this was to be able to keep track of how much things cost and how much it changes. And keep track of how much it changes, either, you know, by stores or just by time. You know, prices are increasing or decreasing, or just the different prices in different stores for like just the same things that we always get. I don't know. My animal inventory log. So we have dogs, cats, ducks, fish. So I just keep track of like how much all that costs as well. All the bathroom things. So sometimes I forget to write it in here, but that's why I decided to keep a folder in here and keep the receipts in here. That way I can remember to do it. And then this is just like random stores where I don't know, I have this list of things where I know I like to buy these things from these stores, either because of price reasons or just because it has the best ones. So that's that. This is just a list of things we need in the kitchen, and then a list of things we need for like other house items, my recipes. I actually have a personal planner in the kitchen that has a whole bunch of recipes and stuff in it. But I just really like to look at these inserts again. They're from my minimal planner, and so I just thought I would add them in here. Those little notes, my eat better ingredients, and then we go into my actual personal section where I have taken a lot of stuff out because I was already tracking in other planners and journals, and I just did not feel like tracking the same thing over and over again. So I wanted to have more uses with this in like my home and list section versus like other my personal habit tracking. So we still have my affirmations in here, my little skincare notes, my personal information. This is my weight tracker, which I don't constantly keep track of my weight. So you can see it goes all the way back to 2022 when I got my birth control removed. And that was like, that made my body like so weird, and I felt awful and disgusted. So as soon as I got it removed, I was like, I need to keep track of how I get better. So that's where this insert like started. So yeah, I'll put little notes and stuff on it. My health log, and then these my kids made me. This came from the Aloe Plans and DOAA collab. And it's just like a little mood sheet that I just like having in here. Period tracking, I just use from a wisecoffeebreak, like an annual tracker, I think it is. I don't know, but it's very simple. So don't need a huge tracking system. It has everything I need. The months, the days of the month, and then little note section. This I stopped using because I was tracking my rings closed in my A6. I added this dashboard from Latua Notes. My reading tracker, which doesn't look filled because I've just been so busy, I don't have time to read. But that is from papertessdesigns. Another little book notes section, and then just some more notes. My password dashboard tab. I don't know, whatever. I made this from a blank filofax sheet and I just decorated it with stickers and stuff, put a cloth and paper tab, sticky note tab, and then covered that up, and I laminated it, and I don't know, it's cute and it's very mean. I love it, so that stays in here. But so that is all passwords, and then I have this autumn dashboard in here. This was a freebie last year from Analog Alicia, so hopefully it's still up there.
Mama, is it done yet?
Almost. And then another little pocket sleeve from Catspressoco. Which I've decorated. I have my mummy sticker here that just doesn't ever come out. It's one of my favorite movies. Just saw that they're about to that they have number 4 in the works, and they're going to completely disregard number 3, which is awesome because that movie was just awful. And then we have the family section, which doesn't really have a whole lot in it. It's mostly just like emergency notes, medical notes, insurance notes, stuff that you can't see. So it's a lot to skip. This is a freebie from Demi Rose Plans, which covers my family's passwords. And then I have this dashboard for they're starting their like school stuff. Little note here. I didn't put a sticky note on their names, so I'm gonna like not show their dashboards this time. I have this annual tracker from myminimalplanner that I use for their school days. So, you know, when they missed, when they arrived late, and they got picked up early. And that's for my oldest son. And then I have medication logs, wish list, and notes. These are blue, and my second son, same thing. It's the same school setup here. Medication, his notes are green, and these are the filofax notes. And my daughter's same setup, her notes are pink. And then this was a freebie from Dream Seeds. And I have a bunch of random stuff on my, whatever you call this. I always forget. My pen holder is a Traveler's Company pen loop, and I just stick my Pentel Floating on here. Nothing's in the back because the pockets are still pretty sticky from when I first got this planner, and so everything that goes in here has like a residue attached to it. I did not like that, but I don't ever flip past this anyway. So yeah, that's my planner cover for November.
I did that now.
And I guess I'll see you. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe I'll do my regular December setup, and then I'll do a flip through of the deco, because it's setup videos where I actually change deco is very long. So that's all I have for you today with my personal rings. I hope you enjoyed, got some inspo, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.